good afternoon, morning to those of you that have already logged into the session. We'll be getting started shortly. We want to give some people some additional time to get logged in. So thank you for joining us. We'll be joining shortly. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending today's session with ARI and Piaggio. My name is Aubrey Amborn, and I am one of the sales managers here for ARI. And I'm excited to be on today's presentation with Michael. So I'm going to let Michael take it away for now, and then we'll get started.
Good morning, guys. My name is Mike Turbino. I'm an assistant marketing manager here at Piaggio. I also have Edward on the call as well, who also is my colleague with marketing here at Piaggio Group. We're very excited today to get you guys on this call and those that are going to join after potentially on the recorded call. So we're very excited to offer the branded zones and this partnership. We're going to get more into the co-op partnership as we go into these slides. I'm going to let Aubrey take over here, but again, we are very excited and we're very happy for you guys to get on for this great opportunity.
Great, thanks so much, Mike, and I appreciate again the opportunity to work with all of you. So yes, again, my name is Aubrey. I'm with ARI. I've been with the company for quite some time, and we're incredibly excited to further our partnership with Piaggio. You guys have actually been with us since 2017. We had a great opportunity to be able to be your preferred partner when it came to our e-catalog and e-commerce website solutions. So some things that are new here in 2020 is we're now being selected by your group to be the exclusive preferred or one of the exclusive and preferred website vendors for the new OEM zones and inventory listings. So what we do, ARI, is we like to consider ourselves a one-stop shop. We are a leader in the industry when it comes to the powersports industry itself. We help dealers with their websites, with digital marketing, things like parts lookup, which is things like OEM parts fiche. We also help dealers in general experience better online success because we look at their online destinations as just another branch from their physical destinations. So what I want to do today is go through what we do, what sets us apart, why we're able to help your dealers. That way, everyone has an opportunity to see what works, what doesn't work, and what are some strategies that we can take together, the dealers, Piaggio, and ourselves. So what to expect? We have some exclusive partnership pricing, and right now, new and existing dealers are going to be receiving 50% off or 50% co-op for their branded Piaggio Zone pages. And they're also going to be eligible to receive 50% co-op on our Auction 123 product, which we'll be going through a little bit later. Now, you are required to have at least one of the Piaggio Zone web pages in order to receive that actual co-op funding. But ARI is going to actually submit the co-op on your behalf. The 50% co-op program does end December 31st of this year, unless Piaggio is willing to extend that, which I know we're talking about that now. And the Piaggio zones are priced at only $25 per month after the co-op comes in. We'll leave some room at the end to discuss co-op questions as well, and I know Michael will be addressing some of that. But let's jump into what exactly are the Piaggio zones. Well, the branded zones are a way for you as the dealer to have a more branded, professional, and very, very well put together presentation of those products. They link exclusively to your dealer information off the dealer locators and off that corporate website. So there's some advantages to this. One, you're going to have what we would consider a corporate look and feel now that you present to yourself and your customers. So now it's a nice, consistent branding across the board. The other thing is it's going to help drive traffic to your individual dealership, your stores. Since these links go directly from the locator, you now get to benefit from all the work, all the investment that Piaggio does as the Piaggio groups. And you now get some of the traffic that comes from those websites for consumers that are looking within your area to find those products. So one, you get a very, very quality branded look and feel that is a reflection. It's the same quality as you would see on the Piaggio website itself. And you're also being able to benefit from the traffic, from the hard work that Piaggio does to go out and reach out to customers. Now, why did Piaggio choose ARI? Great question, right? Well, ARI has been in this industry and working with dealers for over 20 years. They started with us on the e-commerce and the parts lookup side of things because we are the experts when it comes to being able to look for parts and accessories, also using things like PartsFiche, but we are the leader when it comes to website solutions. And what the things that sets us apart is that we really do work consultatively with you, the dealer, to make sure that we're putting together either a strategy or a actual reflection of your destination online that best suits your dealership. So who do we service? Well, it's over 26,000 equipment dealers, over 195 different distributors, and 3,360 brands worldwide. So we do have quite the stamp and the footprint within the industry. My sales team alone has had over 55 years of combined experience working within the industry itself and the dealers. So you're not just talking to reps that cover all industries or a bunch of different industries. We've been in power sports, not only just with the actual website services that we provide, but working with dealers retention wise, consultative wise. So we understand the industry, we know what helps kind of make it move, and we're here to help you when it comes to making those decisions as well. So what do we look at? Well, we kind of look at what we've deemed the digital path to purchase. Nowadays, shoppers are using the internet even more so. Now, I will say this, ARI has always been really big about helping dealers understand that your online, your website or your online presence is just as important, if not more, as your physical store. And here's why. Because consumers can go online, make a decision about who you are, what you do based off what they see online. So if that online presence doesn't accurately or best reflect the physical representation of your store, there's a good chance that consumer could go somewhere else. We've always kind of had that, I guess, strategy, if you will. But now, given this year, we know that that climate has changed significantly. So it's even more so important that dealers are doing a really good job representing themselves online, because in some places, the online market is the only place consumers are actually looking for those dealers. So we know they're doing their research online before they walk into the store. And in the past, we've been really driving dealers to look at what we call robo, which is research online and buy offline, and over half those searches were made via a mobile device. Well, we know that that's even increased more so now considering this year. So let me show you kind of like what that looks like on a consumer part. And sometimes this can be a little bit overwhelming to a dealer, but that's why they work with companies like myself, right? So we know that a consumer is going to start searching online. And we know that over 58% of those are browsing through mobile devices. I know back in the day, as long as you had a good website and as long as someone would pull it up on their laptop or their desktop, that was the most important thing. Well, now everybody's walking around with these little mini computers called phones. They have them in their purses, their back pockets. Sometimes they have a tablet with them, right? So we want to make sure that, first of all, can they find you on that mobile device, on that mini computer? Also, is it a great experience when they do look at you through that mobile device? Is the site optimized to make sure that they can see you on that smaller screen? So the first thing is the search. They're going to start by trying to find you. Can they find you? What is that representation when they do? Then they're going to do some research online about you. And this is where a lot of dealerships, for many of you, your business was word of mouth. That's still true. I don't disagree with that at all. But word of mouth is happening on things like social media and on reviews, YouTube videos, all those different things. People make their impression based off what people are saying about you online. So the old water cooler chit chat where people would share stories about businesses that they liked or maybe didn't have a great experience, now those things are happening online. So we want to help make sure that when a consumer goes and does their research about you, the dealer, they're getting a great experience or they're getting quick interaction back and forth. So we look at things like that. Then they get to your website, they've done the research, they've made the decision to walk into your virtual store. What is going to happen? Is it easy for them to find what they're looking for? Do you have what they're looking for? Is everything that's available to you available to the consumer? Those are some of the things that we consider when we build the website. So we want to make sure that it's really easy for customers to find what they're looking for. They can't necessarily grab a staff while they're looking online, but we have actually created some products and services that give them the opportunity to actually interact really well and really easily. We know that 56% of consumers would purchase from make a stronger purchase when they can actually see their vehicles or actually do like a virtual walk around. So we're starting to see some higher numbers that show the fancier, if you will, your website is and more engaged consumers are, the higher the probability that they're actually going to buy with you. So then we have the opportunity to buy online. Now, that's only going to be for certain products. We obviously aren't selling bikes necessarily online, although maybe you're doing that in some of the listings, but we're wanting to at least start engagement. So buying is just simply asking questions, asking those buying questions, asking things like, can I apply for financing? All of those things. And then the purchase, we want them to make the purchase, coming into the store, buying that vehicle, buying the accessories and the apparel that go along with that. And then we try to cultivate an environment where we're getting those returning customers. Customer loyalty and making sure we don't have any sort of loyalty transfer is incredibly important with ARI, and we help drive that home with you, the dealer. So, what are some of the things that we do to help dealers get found online? Well, we know that most consumers are using Google. It is the #1 search engine. So, we want to make sure that the way you show up with local listings or just in the search itself, we make sure that it's easy for consumers to find you. We also make sure that we feed, if you will, all the other listings that really drive Google to make her decisions. I always refer to as her. I look at her as like Google needs to be happy, like mama needs to be happy. So Google kind of gets her cues, if you will, from many other different places. She looks to see where you're showing up on other listings. How do you show up on social media? What is your SEO like? So we make sure that we take all the necessary steps to make sure that you're being found. We're actually one of Google's preferred companies, and so we use their preferred site mapping, which is a proven strategy in order to grow more leads. So one thing that we like to say with ARI is we're not just trying to get you more browsers, we're actually trying to get you more buyers. So, solutions that we build for dealers. Our websites are fully responsive. So in the beginning when we talked about how can they find you on the mobile device or on a tablet, how user friendly is it? Have you ever watched someone looking at a website and you saw them kind of pinching their fingers open trying to like blow up that screen? Well, we want to make it so that the consumer doesn't have to do much of anything other than just surf through your website. So if they're looking on the mobile device, we know that they're going to be able to find you and have a great experience. We also are preloading that Piaggio data for you. So you're getting Piaggio corporate branded quality vehicle specs and images. You're also getting OEM parts lookup and factory promotions and banners. This means that you're getting a corporate feel on your website now. So you don't have to go out trying to find the best image. We do strongly encourage you going in and loading your own pictures of your own vehicles, obviously. But when it comes to, flyers or any sort of maybe announcement, we're there to offer that assistance as well. We also have a user and mobile friendly editor. So many dealers want to be able to put all of their units on their website, but maybe it's a tedious experience doing so. We've made that very easy for you. So we have our inventory app that helps with that. Our e-commerce is fully secure. It's very user friendly. Let's see, we have a chat here. So I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. All right, fantastic. Now, there is a chat available to you. If you have any questions, feel free to type those in. We will have some time at the end to be able to do some Q&A. We just want to make sure that we're good to go. Awesome, we're good. All right, so our e-commerce is very user-friendly. We do model and do a lot of research based off of how other major e-tailers and big box stores are doing that, because we know that it's really the Amazons and the eBays out there that are training your customers how to shop online or how to do their research online. So we want to make sure that our websites model that same strategy and that same experience. So not to make you that next e-tailer, but to make sure that the way they're shopping is being accommodated on your website as well. We have we're fully integrated with all the major dealer management systems. So depending on who you have as far as your DMS, there's a good chance that we work with them. And ARI actually has exclusive pro level integration with CDK. I know CDK is one of the largest dealer management systems in the power sports, marine, and RV industries. And we have pro level integration that allows you to actually just load it into your DMS and it automatically pops up on your website, which is pretty amazing. We also have full seamless integration with Auction 123, making us that one-stop shop for dealers' needs. We'll get into Auction 123 a little bit later on. All right, so why ARI? Like I said before, Many companies can promise you more leads. Leads are fantastic, but if you're getting a bunch of tire kickers and they're actually not in the business of actually wanting to make a purchase, what good is it doing you? So, although many companies can promise you an increase of leads, we want to increase you actual leads that are going to result into buyers, right? So, the standard digital marketing practices that we use are really aimed to attract more of those buying customers. So not all, like it says here, I love it, not all leads are created equal, but that's why our dealers' websites are optimized to deliver your dealership more of the leads that matter. So we've seen up to 74% increase in direct leads, which means most of those were actually turning into sales. So we are a Google preferred and premier partner on the digital marketing side, and we're using those methods to make sure that we're increasing the actual qualified leads. So we want your leads to convert. We don't want to just promise you more leads. We want leads that are worth your time. So let's get to some of the things that set us apart that are fantastic. We have our award-winning mobile inventory app. This app you can find on the Android and iPhone app stores. This allows you to be able to upload all of your inventory within seconds. You can assign this to any of the staff that you have. So if you have a couple people that usually take pictures of your units, you can assign that to them. You can put it on as many mobile devices as you need to, but you can go out to your entire parking lot or your entire lot or your showroom, take pictures of all of your units, and have them right on your website from there. The nice thing about our mobile app as well is if you are taking advantage of listing things on like Craigslist or eBay through our auction tools, you can do that right through this mobile device. So again, it's that one-stop shop experience, not only for your customers, but we want it to be nice and easy for you too. It's great to have a great experience for your customers, but if it's really hard for you to actually make that experience great, it's not very fun. So we use services like the mobile app to allow it to make much easier for you to make it a great experience for your customer. Here's some other details about the mobile app. I don't want to go into all of these things, but what I can tell you is that you're able, like I said, to manage being able to put your images, details about the information itself and the vehicle itself. You can control the visibility of where it's going. So maybe it's just to your website or maybe it's to those third-party channels. You can manage your pricing. Overall, you're able to get everything you need done in those mobile devices with never even just sitting down at the desktop. Some of you are going out taking pictures and then downloading it to your computer and then loading it to those different places. This all takes care of that in one stop. The other thing that we are known for Parts Lookup. If anyone's heard of PartSmart, that's us. Many people out there think that PartSmart's its own company. It's a brand within our company, but it's been known for years and years and years, and we service some of the top dealers out there selling OEM parts. So if you're looking to move some parts, or we know now more and more consumers are wanting to be able to look online because maybe they can't come into the store given the circumstances, this allows a very good experience for them to be able to go in and see those fully illustrated fiche. One of our newest tools that we're incredibly excited about is our new chat and text tool. Now, here's the deal. Not all chat is created equal, and here's why. Some chats, you find that it starts the chat over if the customer comes back. Maybe you have to go from person to person. Maybe they have to keep answering too many questions. Our product Chat Bridge allows all those things to come in one area. And we've had quite a few dealers have really, really good feedback about chat. They love the fact that when customers come to their website, they're notified. They can actually see where the customer is located on a map. They're able to send quotes through chats. They're having some positive customer interactions, and customers are expressing that it was a great first point of contact. So it is really easy to respond to the chats, and the dashboard, the back end, if you will, allows for quick visibility on visits and impressions. This also integrates with your Facebook Messenger. So if you are doing things like maybe you're wanting to sell on Facebook Marketplace, the only way they can communicate with you about those products is through Facebook Messenger. Well, again, we want to make the experience for you, the dealer, to be as easy as possible to communicate back and forth. So this chat tool will actually push those messengers all back into one easy area. This way you're not missing out on anything. So remember when I said earlier, when we talked about that digital path to purchase, if they go to your website, they don't necessarily have a live person that they can grab and ask questions. I stand corrected because chat actually allows them to do so. All right. Another great new feature that we just launched just this month is our 360-degree walkaround. It's called Pick 360. What this does is it allows you to go to a vehicle and do a walk around. So you're having these virtual tours that you're creating. You can also create hotspots. So if there's a specific point of that vehicle that you'd like to maybe stand out a little bit more, you can go in and do that. This is compatible with all devices, including Androids and iOS. This works beautifully hand in hand with your ARI mobile app, which gets your images, regular images in. This additional app allows you to do some walkarounds, which we know that more consumers, one of the features and one of the specs that we said was it was like 56% of consumers, when they can see an actual walkaround, they're more likely to buy that unit, or it increases their desire to do so. So this is just a little example of how that works. I'm going to play this for you. You could see someone navigating through this. They can click on it. They can spin it around. Just give that full walk around experience. You notice that hotspot comes up. They can click on that. It brings them a little bit closer to the specifics on there. Maybe there's a customization that was done or something that sets that bike apart from the rest. So that's really exciting. And we're noticing that consumers are really enjoying using that, but they're also enjoying, the dealers themselves like it, and they feel it gives it that little bit of professional look, even more so on their website. Dealers have said that it's really easy to download and it's very user friendly. They said that the units that they actually put the 360 spinner on, they seem to sell faster. And consumers said it was because it was more professional and actually grabbed their attention. And one app can be used for multiple locations, which makes it a lot easier too if you are someone that has more than one store location. So this new feature has been really exciting, and it's something that both our dealers and consumers are really excited about. All right. So that was really the website focus and the things that set us apart on the web. Let's talk about some of the other things that you can take advantage of with this new Piaggio partnership. Your website is number one, right? So they do the research, they're looking for you online, but then they get to the website. That's going to be your online destination. But we want to market your inventory other places too. So you have Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and eBay, and that's using our product Auction 123, another brand within our company. So our websites are fully integrated with Auction 123. It's a one-stop shop. It's seamless. You log in, everything goes into that area right there. So here, Auction 123 can make your inventory visible to more shoppers and top e-commerce sites like Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and eBay Motors. The power of automation and the fact that we have a seamless integration, you're eliminating that risk of interference. You're making sure that all the filters, all the post priorities are being in the right place. And then that consistency, you want to make sure that when you're putting listings out, it looks very nice and consistent and professional, and making sure to catch any sort of maybe discrepancies or anything like that. The other benefit is every single one of those platforms kind of have specifics of how they like to receive data. Well, we've already done the research to make sure that it's presented in the best way possible on each of those mediums. We also do things to make sure that you're not getting, let's say, ghosted or whitelisted or something to maybe interfere to where a consumer that wouldn't be able to see you, or ads maybe are not being renewed. We do those things for you automatically. So that goes along with the next slide. I'm getting ahead of myself. So that goes along with the best practices. So for Craigslist, you want to make sure that everything is in there. It's not just your aged and expensive units, it's for everything, making sure that we're targeting the direct market and the shoppers that you're looking for, and creating a dominant force out there. As far as Facebook Marketplace, again, with that chat tool integrated, you're responding quickly. You're making sure that you're getting that done in there. You want to provide expertise on your brand and your inventory. Part of working with Piaggio is not only are you creating great images, but you have a wonderful brand experience because it models and it reflects the same that Piaggio does. We're making sure that we're creating the best possible experience and taking advantage of all the different ways to communicate back and forth. So that's one of the best things about our services, is having just that seamless integration between all of those products, being that one-stop shop. Just like your physical store, we wouldn't want a consumer to walk into your store, have to go to one building to find their unit, to another building to get it serviced, to another building to find the parts and accessories. We want one place for consumers to be able to go and do their business with you. So we, ARI, are one place that we do everything for you on the back end. So meet who we are. This is my team, along with myself and our retention manager, Per Darlene. We have over 55 years of combined experience. Rich and Chris are both senior territory managers. They've been with the company, as you can see, for a significant period of time. Para and myself, we've been here for a very long time, but we've known the industry. We've been within the industry itself. I myself have been within this industry for over, it's coming up on 19 years now. And so we really pride ourselves in being dedicated. We don't want to be spread too thin or try to understand every industry. We want to really be experts with what we do and have a clear understanding of kind of the tips, tricks, and trends that go on within the power sports industry itself. We also will offer you ongoing customer support and training. So every dealer, when you come on board with us, you're assigned a designated customer success representative, and they're also an industry expert. So we dedicate our customer success teams. They are also assigned by industry. So you're going to be talking to someone that hears the updates, knows what's going on, is going to look and see, are you seeing the fruit of your investment? So they go in, they work out strategy sessions with you and make sure that we're actually utilizing everything that we can to the best of our ability. We also offer live and recorded trainings. That way, if you need some initial training, typically is going to be hands-on, but if you need ongoing training or consistent training, or maybe you just need to get brushed up on things, or maybe you hire some new employees, we want to make sure that you always have training available to you. All right, we're going to push it back to Michael, but he wants to talk just briefly about how the co-op works, the eligibility, and then we'll pass it on to additional questions. Go ahead, Michael.
Thank you, Aubrey. Thanks for the great presentation. So yeah, as you can see, the partnership with ARI is very important to us. We really want to give you that co-op opportunity. We want to take the money, and we want to split it in half. We want to give you 50% co-op on all of the websites available. So if you're going to have one branded zone or you're going to have four, we're still giving that 50% co-op availability, as well as auction 1, 2, 3. This partnership is very important because we're doing all the legwork. We're taking the money. We're spending the money to make these corporate websites that are going to mirror to your website as well, for a very inexpensive amount monthly. And that's what's really important. That's the big picture. You guys are getting so many features for such a low dollar amount that it's almost a no-brainer for everyone to jump on and do it. And as you've seen what Aubrey showed you guys, I mean, it's really some great features that are, when it comes down to it, that are really going to change the game for your website, giving it a corporate feel so customers don't get confused going from corporate to your website. It's the same feel, the same motions, and it just looks great, feels great, and works great. And same thing for that really inexpensive price.
Thanks so much. Well, this is the time when we open up for questions that any of you may have. And if you want, you can use the chat. If you want, you can, that's probably the best way to do it. I haven't unmuted anybody. So if anyone has any questions, if you want to type them into the chat box, we'll wait just a moment to see if anyone has any questions, and then we will do our exits.
And as well as, if I could add, anyone could always email marketing at Piaggio Group Americas. We have the whole team on that email. So if anyone has any questions moving forward, co-op, or even ARI, someone that we could forward an email to or help you out, we're here to help, and we're here to get you rolling on the new programs.
Absolutely. So it doesn't look like anyone has any specific questions. So like Mike said, we are here to help you. We are going to be reaching out to you. Some of you probably have already heard from us, but we will be reaching out, making contact, making sure that we set up some time and appointments. What we like to do is set up, a demo to at least walk you through. One of the first things that we do is really do take the time to assess where you're currently at. There might be some ways that we can help you immensely, and maybe other ways we can just offer you some quick tips and tricks, right? What we want to make sure that you guys understand is, now that we have this extended partnership with Piaggio, we really do want to also be an education resource for you. So we do plan on doing some, we'll call them lunch and learns in the future as well, where we can do some ongoing education, again, offering those tips and tricks of best practices and some things that we find to be very helpful within the industry and for dealers in general. So thank you so much for your time today. Thank you so much, Michael, and the entire Piaggio group for having me. We're very excited about this partnership, and we couldn't have done it without you. So thank you so much, and we look forward to doing business with all of you in the near future.
Thank you so much.
Take care.